The first one we're going to cover is the cast iron basics. So back in around 1707, an Englishman by the name of Abraham Darby, he changed everything. He started using sand molds, so that way you can conventionally, make cast iron more affordable to America. Or actually not just to America, just in general. So then, as you move forward, and I'm not going to go into too much history, the main message is that cast iron's been around for a long time. And then you get into the 18th century and you get into Griswold and Wagner pans, and maybe down the road we can dive deeper into history and really go into cast iron's history. So with this right here, this pan that I have is my favorite pan, is a Wagner. It's really cool. My coworker gave it to me, and I've really enjoyed cooking on it. And so basically, people ask, why cast iron? Why should I use cast iron over like a stainless pan or a non-stick pan? Well, one of the best things that I enjoy about using cast iron is that it retains the heat. So when you heat a pan on a stove, and maybe it's a little off alignment or whatnot, the heat is going to transfer to that pan evenly. So your dishes are going to get crisp around the edges and things like that. And it makes for just really good cooking of all kinds of different dishes. And the other thing is the durability. I mean, with cast iron, this will outlast me. And it could outlast you. I mean, cast iron, some people, and I'd like to hear your comments below. Maybe you have a grandparent who gave you a pan, or there's a pan that's in your home or in your family that has been passed down generation after generation. And I think that is really cool, because I mean, you don't see that with a Teflon pan or a non-stick pan that, most of those pans you can't even put in an oven. So that goes back to the durability of cast iron. I mean, you can cook it on your stove on an open fire. I mean, you can cook it indoors, you can cook it outdoors, and then obviously there's maintenance behind all that. And we're going to get into that in a later course. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you a brief intro of why cast iron. And so the first thing that you need to decide is what kind of pan do you want to start out with. And I have another pan that's bigger than any three of these that I started out with, and I noticed it was pretty hard to maneuver, and I want to say it was about a 14-inch pan. And I had a hard time in the beginning of cast iron because I burned myself a few times on that pan, because I was trying to hold it up and then it slid, and I sizzled my hand, and I was supposed to not do that. So anyway, so I found that about a 10.5-inch pan, this size right here, is perfect for beginners. I mean, you can do a lot with that. And so before I landed on this 10-inch size pan, my bigger 14-inch pan, I tell my mom, and I love you, Mom, don't get upset if you watch this. And I said, hey, Mom, I need a smaller pan because that one's just too big. And look at what she gets me. This little baby right here. Isn't she cute? She's so cute. Little baby pan. Now, like I said, when you're starting out with your first pan, that's going to be way too small. That's more like, when you go to a restaurant and they do that pizookie cookie thing, you know what I mean? Like that's a perfect, like one person, like a pot pie for one person. That'd be a good size for that. And then you have, this is a new pan that I just got. It's a new old, isn't she a beauty? Again, my coworker, Joanne, she gave me this Dutch oven because I needed this size for doing beans and things like that. So anyway, we'll get into that restoration another time. That's not going to be in this course, but I just wanted to show you, if you didn't want to start with a pan and you wanted to start with the Dutch oven, you could do that. And you can find a lot of good deals, like at a farmer's market or maybe a flea market or even a resale shop. So you don't have to buy new. In fact, I encourage you not, because some of these new pans, they're not smooth. Like this Wagner pan, I mean, she's smooth. I mean, it's smooth to the touch, and the smoother the pan is, the more that seasoning is going to stick into it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this course. And again, please comment below if you have questions, and I'll get back to you, because I think we all can learn